Welcome to Made in Arizona. I'm Christina Carrilla, and today we're showcasing some of our favorite businesses from around the state. You've seen their colorful packaging in the stores, and these are a staple. Their salsa, their tortillas, all across the valley. Here's a closer look at how my nanas are made.
Welcome to La Canasta. This is the home of my Nana's best tasting products. And you're going to see today about 2.5 million tortillas being made, which we make on a daily basis. The process is very important. We bring in our flour from Bay State Mills. We've been buying them since the beginning of time, and we process all of our flour tortillas with that flour. They come out of silos and make into a tortilla. Every 15 minutes, we're processing about 780 pounds of dough that's ready to go into the rounder divider, which makes the dough balls. And then we go through the press, where the press is actually heat. There's a heat plant that's pressing the dough pieces out in to make the tortilla. Whether it be a 6-inch or a 14-inch tortilla, it's all the same processing. And so then it goes into the oven, and in some cases there's a fully cooked tortilla, and in other cases it's a par-cooked tortilla. For food service, we par-cooked our tortillas for the taqueria business because they want to finish cooking it on their griddle when they're making their burritos. Started by my parents, Richard and Carmen Abril. The second generation has been in full phase. My sister and I, Linda, took over the tortilla factory. And, since then, she's retired a couple years ago. And I've taken it on since then on my own and loving every minute of it. We make everything with a lot of love. And we also include, of course, consistency and quality. In the corn tortilla market segment, we buy the corn, we inject live steam to cook it. We add the water, of course. Add water. We process it through our whole kernel stone ground grinder. It takes a 20-second dwell time in the oven. Then we cool it. Then we take it to the chip cutter. We cut it, and then we deep fry them and package them. And after the packaging, we coat-date everything, and we make sure that that it goes out within 24 to 48 hours. Arizona has grown tremendously, and it's been an awesome journey in the state of Arizona, because my mother always told me, "Mija, you see all those cars out there? Those are people that will buy our tortillas." And I never forgot that statement. And as Arizona grew, so did La Canasta, and so did my Nanas. My Nanas actually was founded by me. From generation to generation are still serving my Nanas to their families, and I get very emotional thinking about how we've come so far. And I thank the state of Arizona for the support that they've given us throughout the years. You can find us in your local grocery stores across Arizona, and we look forward to seeing you pick up the next package of my Nana's best tasting products.
A Scottsdale couple started making gourmet shortbread cookies in their kitchen, and now everyone can get them. They teach us the art of shortbread.
Hi, I'm Art.
Hi, I'm Kathy, and welcome to the kitchen for the Art of Shortbread.
So about 15 years ago, we were on a trip to California for Kathy's birthday, and I was inspired by an impulse purchase at a cash register for shortbread. I had made shortbread for many years, but this was a new angle. We started with the classic, and then over the years, clients and friends suggested, can you make something with cinnamon? Can you make something with citrus? How about a little savory? And now we have over 30 flavors.
I didn't retire to do this, but I retired, and then a friend took them to an event, and a few people said, well, do you have a website? What type of packaging do you have? So then we created the website, I worked on the packaging, and then it sort of organically grew. We got into a couple retail locations, and here we are 2 years later.
So we have a great separation of duties. So my background is in the finance industry. So the banking and the business side and the profit and loss statement, all that comes naturally. And the baking part of it, I kind of grew up. My mom was a home ec professor, and so I learned some craft from her over the years. But it has been a nice combination of skills. And Kathy's marketing and sales background really is a nice pair.
The shortbread cookie is a classic cookie. So we took the classic cookie and gave it some artisan flavor.
So these are apples that started as original apples, and then I dehydrate them and we grind them up into this kind of consistency, almost like a flour like. And when I make the apple cookie, I'll take flour out and use the apple flour as a replacement. It gives us a really nice, rich flavor. So these are dried blueberries and zest of lemon. I've lived in Arizona for more than 50 years, and it is really interesting to collaborate with other businesses and figure out how to use their product in what we're doing. We have a local supplier of vanilla, local butter. The fruits and spices that we use, we get locally or, frankly, off the tree in the front yard.
You really get an appreciation of how hard it is to be a small business, but Arizona is a great place to be a small business.
Folks have been very welcoming, and we tell them what we're doing, tell them what our story is, and work with them to figure out what makes the most sense for what they're trying to do and what we're trying to do.
We appreciate everybody's support and try out our classic cookie with some artisan flavors.
Now, a local baker in Surprise and her cookies have been featured on the Food Network. Here's Julia's Cookies.
The name of my business is Julia's Cookies. I'm located in Surprise, Arizona. Julia's Cookies makes all kinds of cookies, mostly decorated cookies, cookies made with royal icing, which is the designed cookies, but we also have gourmet cookies. I love to bake anything, but something special about cookies. I like the creativity, the space that gives me to create and just design many ideas in one set. We actually moved to Arizona because we thought that was a good place to start a small business from home. And my husband was very supportive. He had the idea actually, and we came to Arizona to pursue this dream. We feel very home in here, and the business grew a lot in here. I don't think if I was in some other state, I would have so much growth like I have in here in Arizona. Social media plays a huge piece of my business. Most people find me on Instagram and they see my videos. I love to make the tutorials, and I also teach some baking classes. That's how I reach a lot of people. That's how Food Network found me. That's where a lot of things happen. So I still do a lot of social media. I love baking and I love show how I decorate the cookies. I do a lot of, like I say, the cookies that they are homemade, they made by hand, they decorate one by one, but also I step on a little bit more on technology, and we're using a edible printer machine to print logos, photos, and so I do still think it's art still, because I have to go and design and everything's customized. We really love to see where the technology incorporates to the old steps, old-fashioned styles that we work together, and never ever compromising the flavor, and never compromising the quality of the product. That's the main thing, and that's what I love to do. So I'll be here for a long time.
And last but not least, if you're looking to turn up the heat, Big Red's Hot Sauce shows us some of their spicy new selections.
Hi, my name is Paul Ford, and I'm the owner and creator of Big Red's Hot Sauce. The passion for the love of hot sauce came from a neighbor of mine that exposed me to hot sauce. He had this huge collection in all different kinds of hot sauces. He exposed me to different hot sauces, and before I started this business, I only probably ate hot sauce maybe 4 times a year. So when I found out that hot sauce is more than Tabasco and Frank's, and I just found this a wonderful world, and I was so intrigued about it, and here I am. As a creator, you have to taste your product, and you always have to taste it. So we were making the habanero sauce. Like before, habaneros was like way crazy for me. So I just kept eating it. The next, you know, it almost like an addictive taste. Like the hot sauce is very addictive. Even that burn. You know, if you get burned up 2 or 3 times, and then you go for that 4th one, you're addicted. So we have 9 different flavors of hot sauces right now. We have 5 medium ones, and we have 4 hots. So we like to call our hot sauces Arizona style hot sauce. It's different than every different hot sauce. Most hot sauces is mainly vinegar based. Well, so I wanted to create something that for Arizona owned. And right now it's starting to catch on. People are like, okay, oh no, these are Arizona style hot sauces. So our sauce is a sheer flavor. So your taste flavor first, even the hot, even if you don't like hot, even my hottest sauce, you enjoy the flavor. You may not enjoy the burn later, but you know, so we delay the burns a little bit. So I have a sauce like the maple bacon jalapeno, so crazy. The green chili avocado, and I have a sauce that's dedicated to Arizona, the sweet and spicy prickly pear. And we were the first to make a sweet and spicy prickly pear hot sauce.
What we're looking at right here is the setup before we make sauce. We are making the Big Red's Original. That's the sauce that started it all. You're gonna see different stages. We have our radishes. We also have our chipotle and habanero blend. Now there are lots of vinegars that you can use, but we choose apple cider vinegar because it's one of the best tasting vinegars that you can use.
The 3-step process in how we make our sauces. And once we make them, we'll cook our temperature about 200 degrees. Hold it for like 30 minutes. Then we'll start filling.
Hot sauce.
You make a hot sauce, it's a part of your identity. It's about what you want. That's what, and when you make something that's part of you and it comes off, your fans will love you for it.
For more Made in Arizona stories, just scan the QR code on your screen. And if you know a business or someone here in Arizona making a product, let us know. We'd love to share your story as well. You can email us at madeinarizona@fox.com.